Oh, it's time to go live. What's going on, everyone? This is the Kickin' It with Andy show. We have a lot to go over. And just by the way, the Warhorse just debuted with the L7X build at SEMA. Today's topic is going to be talking about your favorite car audio build, and what better show than tonight. When Kicker's at SEMA, we're all going to have a good time, so make sure you sit back, grab your favorite beverage. I want to hear about your favorite Kicker product. Maybe it's a new one, maybe it's the old gold letters, and speaking of those, we're going to talk about that. I'll see you guys in a second. Kicking It with Andy. He's going to be on every other Tuesday. Kicking It with Andy. Kicking It with Andy. Kicking It with Andy. Are we ready? I feel like we're ready. Today has been crazy. I'm just going to put it that way. Man, with Kicker being at SEMA and releasing all kinds of products, it's kind of hard to not talk about that. So we're going to talk about the new products they got coming and your favorite products from Kicker. And this is the Kickin' It with Andy show. We slide in there whenever the Kicker guys at Unmasked take a break, and we still give away things. So if you check the link on the bottom of the screen there, kicker.com/umweekly, make sure you enter to win some cool swag. We get Kicker Kush NCs, Tabor 2s, and EB400s with Kicker swag shirts and koozies. And who knows, they might throw in a little extra there. Who knows? They're always up to something. And it's just crazy to see everything that they have coming out. And there are some things that I didn't ever see, and I got to see for the first time today, and a lot of you guys the same. Man, we're going to go over it. It's been a crazy day. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much. Let me drop the link so it's a lot easier for you guys just to click it, go enter. Every 15 minutes, I'll try to drop it down there for you guys so you remember. A lot of you guys do enter, and I mean, it's free kicker gear, man. Grab them while you can, and if you didn't win, I got an email today saying that all their, like, headsets and stuff like that, their personal gear is 30% off. I don't know how long, but if you didn't win, that's one thing you can look into, man. And it's awesome stuff, and appreciate all you guys tuning in and watching, man. Really do. What's going on, Electro? Thank you for tuning in. Good morning. I know it's 7 a.m. where you're at. Remove the Halloween costume already. You know, I was going to do something car audio for a Halloween costume, but just getting the whole thing set up. If you're on my Facebook or on my Discord, you've seen the photos and the videos. Was pretty awesome. Had Cookie Monster clipping some cookies, and smoke was coming out the port and giving out candy and kicker lanyards. It was an awesome time, man. Maybe next year. I don't know. We'll see. Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate that you're here. Steve Kelly, good evening, Kicker family. Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate that you're here as well. All right, so I have a few pictures here of older builds, and then we're going to get to the other stuff too. But if you guys have anything that you want me to throw up of your favorite kicker gear, I have Google on demand, ready to go, and we're going to throw it up, and we're going to talk about it. Drank too much water way too fast there. What's up, 25? Thank you for tuning in. Now, this picture right here is the Kicker Warhorse. And if you know from the Kicker live stream being at SEMA, there is a second Warhorse. I can finally say that. Do you know how hard it was to hold all these things back from you guys? You know, it's crazy, and it's here. It's the WX 3.6. Now, the actual power that it does, it says it does 3,600 watts, but we know how Kicker does their higher end stuff where they give it a little bit more extra gravy. If you remember how much power the KXA 2400 did, and it was only rated for 2,400 watts and it did 35 and like 45 dynamically, I can just imagine. But hey, always cool things coming up down the road, and the OG stuff is just awesome to talk about. The Solo X18 right there with the prototype right beside it. Yes, that's a prototype. Awesome stuff. You know, whenever I first got into Kicker, like, that's what I seen. That was their front runner, and I love that stuff. This is something I just wanted to throw up. They actually had a Kicker shoe. Now, because there is a company called Kickers and Kicker, they make shoes. I just didn't want to deal with it anymore, but it's a cool novelty. If you could ever pick up a pair, grab them, because you're never going to see them again. Probably not. And then right here is the old school. Man, I'm losing my voice already. I seen this happening whenever I first started. And we're back. Now, these are the old school gold letters, and they're not separates. I don't think they're separates, but maybe they are. They might be separates, actually. But these are like the type of builds that they started out with, and with the original ass kicker, the butt kicker, that's the kind of, you know, full range bandwidth that they had. The type of builds that people just threw in, hooked up to their head unit power, and they were louder and it sounded better, and that was the kind of stuff that, you know, really started the trend with everything. And I know a lot of people are going to say, you know, those type of builds, those type of subs, the gold letters, the OG kickers, those are my favorite, and I want to hear from you guys, and I want to hear why. All right, let me check some of these comments here. We got 37 people in tonight. Thank you for tuning in. If you're just sitting down, thank you so much. Make sure you go check out the giveaway that Kicker does for us every week. Appreciate you guys. Kicker.com/UMweekly. Mullen Performance. I seen those 4 fans in that thing. Yes, in the Warhorse. Yes, it is awesome, man. I mean, we might as well show it. Here, we'll pull it up real quick here. There's the Warhorse. I do not have a side shot and with the fans and stuff, but man, this thing literally has dual inputs. And I like how they're layered. They're not, you know, side by side where a lot of dual inputs are. These are actually, you know, above each other, which I think is a little bit safer and a little bit nicer for wires and just, you know, ease. So it's an awesome amplifier. I know it's not as big as the OG Warhorse, but who knows what they have up their sleeve. Take it from a guy who knows. So this is just some awesome stuff to have out in the market, coming out with the L7X 10, 12, and 15 that are going to be here in 2023, and it's going to be awesome, man. You guys are going to love this stuff, and who does not want a lot of power in a small space? That's just the future, and that's how things go, man. I love it. I really do. And Mullen, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. We got Lisa from Kicker Club. Thank you for tuning in. Stephen Adams again. Glenn McPherson, Shane Britton, Jeff Wallace. What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in. Jason Stokes, I was wondering about that always, man. You know, I try to keep up with the newest information from what Kicker releases and what I can say. You know, I feel like Ian Rappaport of the Kicker side of things. You know, it's just like, if I know and I can tell you guys, you're going to hear it pretty darn fast from me, just because I want to be able to show my viewers that are watching me, and usually you guys are also watching Kicker, so you're going to hear from them first, but not everyone gets the same notifications. You never know. You might be doing something, you might be twisting your tea and not looking at your phone, and you miss it, and then you see it from me. Well, there we go. And I just like to show you that kind of stuff because I'm excited too, man. I really do love that stuff. All right, let me scroll down here. Good evening, Kicker family. WT, thank you for tuning in. I have Kicker KX amps and KS components, 212 RT shallow subs and an F250. What would you put to get louder? You know, this reminds me of my friend Bubba, where, you know, he had 212s and a shallow mount type of situation, and he wanted more. You know, I feel like with the truck and being down firing or any kind of orientation where you're not taking up the back seats and you still have back seats in a pickup truck, it's really hard to get a lot louder. The more money and the more power you put into it, the smaller and smaller your gains are, the louder you get, because you're just running into, you have space or bass, and you have more space than bass. You got to start giving up some space to get more bass. If that makes sense to you, I mean, you can always start off by making your electrical as good as it should be. You can get some pretty significant gains just by making sure everything is set up correctly. And then you can go from there. Okay, maybe I should build a different box because this is what I'm looking for. Or maybe I should get different subs because now I want more power. And it's like making a cake. You got to kind of have everything together for everything to sound right and to work good. Can't just throw any kind of ingredient in there and hope for the best. Sometimes it works. A lot of times it doesn't. Thank you so much for tuning in, man. I appreciate you guys. All right, let me scroll down here. Cool. Okay. A lot of comments. I'm way behind. David, thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate that you guys are here. I know we might have a lot of new viewers, too. I posted the video with the Street Series coming out. It's got like 8,000 views in 2 days. That is insane. But I just wanted to get it out there. That's why I bought it as soon as I could and wanted to show you guys up-close pictures. And, man, it really took off. So we got a lot of new viewers, but you know how that goes, man. Get a lot of the guys that just don't like the Walmart subs. But listen, I love my Walmart subs, man. Even though they only make like one line of subwoofers at Walmart, but it's the Walmart sub. I'll take it. I'll own it. Dub Team, thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate that you're here. And all your fancy artwork, like right there. Love it. Warhorse, okay. Under Solo X numbers would have skyrocketed. Warhorse OKs, under Solo X numbers. Yeah, it's just kind of like the theme that they have going there with the Warhorse Solo X. Gotta keep it going. I mean, if you didn't see a Warhorse coming with the Solo X L7X family, man, you just gotta watch the Unmasked show a little bit more. There was a lot of winks in the past. A lot. Speaking of which, I got to throw this out here. Got a new Patreon from Mike DePoli. Thank you so much, man, for joining the team. Appreciate that you're here. Evening, Andy. Excited to see what everyone's favorites are. Thank you so much, man, and it means the world that you're here and your Patreon. You didn't have to do that, but you know what? I thank you guys so much, man. And you guys make this happen. You guys make this stuff happen for me to show you guys these products and do this stuff. You know, I can't thank you guys enough, man. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you for watching tonight, too. Make sure you enter to get some free Kicker swag, man. Can never have too many Kicker headphones. You can't. There's always a time when you forget to charge them, and then you got another pair. You're good. You're good. Rob Tremble. The gold letters are back. Yes, thank you for tuning in. And yes, I guess we could go over the gold letters. You know, I wanted this to be about the favorites of your builds, or of Kicker builds and Kicker products. But we're going to just have everything together because Kicker is at SEMA. If we could have them live here with me, I totally would. But those guys are probably exhausted from being there from 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. till 5 or 6. They need to go and have their Texas Roadhouse or their Five Guys or whatever happens to be the dinner for tonight and just relax. So, hey, that's where I come in here. These right here are the gold letters. Oh, there's a nice thumb in the picture there, but that's okay. That's okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You know, the only difference is they got rib surrounds, and even Steve Irby commented on my post saying that they have to have the rib surround so that, you know, the surround doesn't, you know, crackle and, you know, everything stays linear. If you would make a product that you made, you know, 30 years ago to the T, would it succeed as well as you think? Maybe not. Take that and make it better, and that's exactly what they did here with the gold letters. And there's the back. I think that is just awesome. Like, they really kept it thorough to the OG of, like, I could get that mistaken. If you would sell that on eBay and someone said, oh, old school, you know, Kicker gold letters, and that's the thing that I'm worried about. They can go and sell that and someone else buy it thinking that's the one from 1990 or whatever it happens to be. But if you really look at it, it's like, wait a minute, this thing looks way too nice, but I love the look. It is retro, and it literally shines on the 50th anniversary of Kicker, and they did right by this product, man. It is awesome, and I know you guys are going to love it. That's the one thing I always hear. Gold letters. Are you guys going to bring back the gold letters? You know, and here it is, and it's just awesome. It's awesome. It really is. They even hid that from me, man, for the most part. I never saw one. I'm like, what? What? That thing looks perfect. I love it. I love it so much. Joe Cook, thank you for tuning in. Good to see the new stuff. And exactly, man, you know, I know I sit there and I watch the Unmasked show with you guys, and I know you guys want to see close-ups and to talk about certain things, and that's exactly what my channel is meant to do, is to get into maybe a little bit more detail with things and try to answer your guys' questions and just have a good time, man. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that you're here tonight, man. Let me drop that link again. I think it's been 15 minutes. Yeah, it's been about that. All right, let me scroll down here. What is going on, Adir? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that you're here as well, man. Sent them to you, Andy. Side shots. I got side shots right here. Here is a side shot. I don't know if this was from you. There's been a lot of people posting all the Kicker photos, you know, between obviously Kicker Bill, Drew Jones, and guys at Pro Audio, you know, and there's just a lot of photos, and I'm like, okay, how many do I have that are double, you know? And which ones are higher quality? I need to use those. But yeah, man, even the boot looks like an OG gold letter type subwoofer. It reminds, because I never had a gold letter, so I can't compare it. I've had the older ones like 94, 95, you know, the black and red and white ones, you know, the old ones that aren't as old as these ones. I never got into Kicker. Then I was, you know, 5 years old in 95. So, you know, I wasn't around. You guys were. And I just think it's so cool how they literally to a T, this thing looks just like it, but an upgraded version. It is awesome, man. It is awesome. Thank you, Mullen. I appreciate you guys. I try to respond to a lot of comments and YouTube comments. It's been insane recently, past weekend. But I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you. Speedway Audio 3. Back in 95, I had the Kicker box with tweeters, 6-inch woofers, and the passive radiator. It was great. You know, and that is literally 6-inch woofers. I don't know if that was the butt kicker or what, but it's got to be very close, because I believe that was the first year that they came out with it, 85, 86, 87, around there. So, man, that was the pinnacle, I think, of card audio starting to boom, of just that era of stuff coming out, people putting stuff in their cars and trying to make the bass very loud. You know, it's just how it is, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. Blake Brockhouse, I do wonder if those will be strappable or not. Well, I gotta watch what I can say, but, man, how do I answer this without... The WX36, the Warhorse that you've seen, is not strappable. El Fuego, he's still going on with his 10K Warhorse. I don't know what you're talking about, man. William, what's going on? Hey, Kicker. Kicking it with Kicker. Kicking it, Kicker. Oh, man. Kicking it, Kicker Unmasked with Andy. That's it. You're a rock star. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for always tuning in, man. I love those little puns. They're awesome, man. Thank you so much for everything you do and always tuning in, man. Appreciate that you're here. Steve Kelly, what amp are you going to use for your new square mids? Man, I don't even know. I know a KXA 400.4 probably ain't going to do them justice. So, who knows? I would think, you know, with having those pro audio drivers, are they going to come out with a 4-channel or 6-channel or 8-channel? Or could you just use the Marine series like they have in the Bronco? Speaking of the Bronco, we got to get to the Bronco. That has... Hopefully this PDF catches up because this thing is kind of slow. I've noticed that using this before. Oh, you know what? I don't have the side shot, but there's the war horses right there, and they're actually using the Marine. I don't know if it's the 900.5s or 1202s. I forget exactly what amps they're using for mids and highs for the Bronco, but that might be an option. Plus, it kind of matches the KXA 400.4 and the 2400 that I have. I don't think I want to take away from what I got, but add to. And I don't know, man. First step is literally designing the doors, putting the speakers into the doors, and figuring out which ones I want to put, what's going to sound better, and, you know, kind of going over the numbers first. You really got to plan. Let me take a sip here. But I would suggest something bigger than what they just have for the CX or the KX line. You're going to have to look at the KMA line for the Marine. And I know they had a KXA 1200.2 that would work, but the KX line is, you know, it ran its course. So I don't know if there's a CX line that's big enough other than the Marine of the CX, you know, but I'm sure they're going to make something for it. You know, it's kind of early with all this stuff coming out with the Street Series and, can't even see it. The Street Series. Speaking of which, I brought a second pair over here, so I could actually show it without disturbing everything. But you know, it's gonna take some power to move this. I actually hooked up one to the Cornut kicker box that I have, and on head unit power, it was loud. But obviously, when I pushed it farther, the head unit was clipping. But it was pretty loud. These are gonna want some power too. 300 RMS for that guy and 250 for the 7. The point of these speakers is to be loud, pro audio, mid bass, mid range, whatever definition you want to call it. These are going to be able to keep up with those doors just flexing, man. It's kind of a product that I don't think they made anything like this before, you know, and it's just crazy to see it here in my hand. It's crazy because I can't wait for the L7X 10, 12, and 15 to come out. It's going to be insane. It's really going to be insane. All right, guys, again, I want to hear any of your favorite products from Kicker. I mean, honestly, mine's easy just because it was the very first, not the first Kicker I had, but it's the Solo X. I can't veer away from the 18, man. That is my heart and my joy, and that's what really got me into Kicker. My first was a 12L7, but, you know, I had such a soft spot for amphitheaters, and speaking of which, I got a IK100 on auction, just like all the other amphitheaters. I got a little tiny guy. I really love those. Those are my favorite thing because, you know, it's not a Bose and it's not a big boombox or a Sony shelf speaker, you know, kind of system, but it's the sound of one and it's smaller and it's Kicker, and I just love that stuff, man. I have a lot of favorites, but hey. Dub Team, Andy, the tweets show us the tweets. You know, I made a short last night, but I never actually finished it. The tweeters here, like how they roll off, you just slide these off, okay? But I thought you just spun that and that was that, right? There's actually a second one underneath here. And that, once you take this off, and then once you put that through, then you tighten this over your baffle, and that's what actually holds the weight of the speaker, the tweeter, in there, and then you put that over top to do some kind of different mounting. But this gives you a lot of options, just so you don't need that front mounting to hold it in, and you can run the other vanity piece on the front. And I think these things are awesome. I haven't got to try these yet. I'm not really too interested in 3,000 hertz right now. I want to kind of hear it all together. But I'm getting there. I just got some bolts for my amp dyno test area so I can hook everything up. I'm gonna have a second amplifier just sitting there all the time so I can just always test something, hook something up, and who knows, maybe have a little display sitting over here. I just don't see myself throwing in the Street Series just yet. It's gonna be a big deal when you do your door speakers and you have no clue about all that kind of stuff. It's gonna be a mission, man. DIY guy, thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate that you're here tonight. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing good. All right, Andy Kibo, what is up, Kibo? Thank you for tuning in, man. Andy, what's up? How was Red Lobster with the pretty lady? Thank you, man. Yes, I finally had to do that for you guys. You guys gave me a super chat to take Kayla out the Red Lobster. And right after we got some engagement photos done, I was like, let's go out to eat. We're right down the road. We're going to Red Lobster. Took her out to Red Lobster. So thank you guys so much for making that happen. And Kayla says, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Kibo. Dynamic Duo is in the house. I am awesome. You're not. That's a good name. Thanks for tuning in. My favorite Kicker subs are the Free Air 69As, Free Air 6x9s. I got a great deal on them on eBay years ago, $100 for the pair in damn near perfect condition. You know what? I am not too familiar with those, so we're going to look those up. Let me take a look here. See, that's the nice thing of having like a model number. Makes it a lot easier for me. F69A. Oh. Why is it I type in F and it just puts up Facebook? No. Oh, because I typed in 6. Okay. And that was a number lock. Good technology. A. Kicker. Let's see if I can find it here. See, it's showing KM Free Air. That's the marine stuff. Oh, come on. I know it's older because it has the F in the front of it. It's definitely black and red, I think. Oh, come on. Really? Let me just look up Free Air. And then, why is my number lock always reset? Here they are. This gotta be it. This is an F6x9C. Very close. Here, we'll pull this up. Wish I could make that bigger for you guys. Which I think I can, actually. And that's just going to make that smaller. Thanks. Thanks, Internet. There we go. Now, can I zoom in here? There we go. I believe these are the ones that you're talking about, and I see these in a lot of old school builds, man, and these remind me because I have the F series of the 12, and I think it's F series. It's like the Comp 12. I got it from a friend, and just kind of hold on to it just because it's a very old school build or subwoofer, and this would go perfect with it, man. And I almost wanted to buy a pair of these, but they were the 8s. To run them in my car, but I'm like, man, they're worth $150 for the pair, but if they blow, I can't just replace them, and I don't want to do that, and that's the only problem with old school stuff. Once you can't find the spares, it doesn't make it so fun anymore. But hey, eventually, man. So hey, thank you. I wanted to see that kind of stuff, man, and I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you guys have to say. These are some awesome stuff, awesome builds from back in the past, and I want to hear about them. I'm not 100% on old school Kicker, man. I just am not. I wasn't around. I wasn't into car audio like that, and even when I was back in 2006, I was a newbie, wet behind the ears, man. I knew what Sony was and Pioneer, you know, like it only took a couple years, and once I got my first Kicker, I kind of didn't go back. All right, let me scroll up. Jeremy Bongiorno. I'm sorry for janking that up. What up, Andy? Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate that you guys are tuning in, watching. Again, make sure you guys go enter the contest to get some Kicker swag. The Kush and the Tabers. and the EB400s. Go check them out. Make sure you win and get something, man. They are awesome, and you get a Kicker Unmasked shirt too, man. It's always a fun time. Codslick says definitely getting a set of 10s and 12s. I'm gonna guess the gold, the comp gold is what they officially call it. And to go over some numbers with the comp gold, let me move back here. This is going to take a while. I just want to have something shown here. There it is. This is a good one here. I'll move back so you get a nice, I don't know, screenshot if you want or something. So you got the 10, 12, 15. Dave says he wants the 10s and the 12s. And I zoomed in on this. The 10s are rated at 400 RMS. The 12s are 600, and the 15 is 800 RMS. So they're not going to be quite as like the old school ones, where those probably only could take 200 watts, maybe. These are going to take a little bit more power, but man, you know, I just know how Steve Irby designed speakers. These are going to sound great. You know, for your 50th anniversary, you're pouring in all the gravy that you got to make sure those mashed potatoes taste great, man. And man, I cannot wait for those gold letters to come out. I just ran out of cars to put them in. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I'm going to grab them because just got to. El Fuego Old School ZX460 rated at 4x3 at 4 ohms. Dynos 2x300 at 2 ohms when bridged. Wow, you know what? I love the ZX amps. I almost got the Dyno one, but then that fell through. But you know what? I wanted to just, you know, see what kind of numbers it could do. And I know some were cheater amps and some weren't. That ZX460 sounds like a cheater amp if you ask me. Let me pull up some images here. Is this it? Yeah, this is looking like it's it. Well, this is a side shot of it. Side shot of the ZX460, and it's got 60 amps of fusing. So if you're telling me this thing's only going to do 120 watts, they lying to you. They are lying to you, you know. And I want to get another picture, actually, of the front of it, because that's what's cool. Yeah, right here. And this'll work. Super sleek Z60, ZX460. Jeez. I just love that design, man, of how they did that. It just looked beautiful. And, you know, this reminds me of old school Kicker. I didn't really see the SI amps, the Steve Irby amps, until recently, and those were a little bit before these. Man, I feel like these are the OG right next to the gold letters, man. They really are. They really are. But this was more of when Kicker was coming in the lanes, and they're like, okay, we need to supply these guys with some amplifiers because our subwoofers are just doing so well. We need some powerful amplifiers. And hey, it's kind of like what they're doing now. You know what I mean? All right, let me scroll down here. Is that a Saved by the Bell shirt? No, it's from the 80s, but no, it's a Kicker. This is the new shirt that they got. It's like the old OG retro. I don't know if you guys can see that too well. There we go. Just picked it up off the merch store, not mine, Kickers. And I always try to get their new shirts. You know, I don't have every single one, but I get the ones that I really like, man. And that's what I throw on the show, man. And, you know, for gold, because this is more of a gold than yellow, as you can see, I'm a little bit different than the background. Very fitting for the gold letters coming out today. Very, very fitting. Today was just insane just to hear all the information with, you know, what they have coming down the road and just everything, man. It's been insane. All right. Oh, got a comment from Kicker Club here. There was KE said original resolution components with the ND25 tweeters, Comp C. Comp C is exactly what I have, that 12 Comp C. Abdel, what's going on, buddy? Thank you for tuning in. I'll be ready next year. I need to install my door speakers and tune everything. Hey, one step at a time, man. One step at a time. Thanks for tuning in, bud. El Fuego, I'm thinking 3 gold letter 12s in the 4Runner, 600 RMS each. Enough. The originals were very efficient. You know, I don't know anything about these yet, but just looking at them, man, I'm excited. I know you've been waiting too, El Fuego. You've been waiting for longer than most of us. You'll be happy, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's going to get loud on 600 RMS. People don't understand you don't need thousands of watts to get loud if you got a driver that works correctly with the enclosure that you got. And just everything that goes behind making a woofer, man. I called it the Solo X amp. I mean, you could call it whatever you want, 25. You just like spray paint on the top once you buy yours. I know you'll be getting one. Dear Daniel, hey Andy, go with the Kicker quad box with your mids and tweets, but that would sound awesome. You know, I feel like I would, but it being the family vehicle that it is today, not yet. Not yet. We got to keep, you know, the only thing that looks custom in there is a giant quad box sitting in the trunk. Otherwise, you couldn't even tell I had a system. And that's kind of ideal when you got little kids with grabby hands and, you know, and just, it's a daily, and you don't want to make the fiance too upset. You know, you already have a 150 dB 412 system in the back of your trunk taking up valuable, you know, grocery space. You don't want to push your luck any more than you have to. Cornut's favorite is the key lock. You know, I love the key lock. I have one in the Pilot, and man, they are awesome. I know some people have some problem of, you know, getting them kind of working in the beginning, but it's just the steps. The steps are kind of confusing in the beginning once you're doing it, but if you write everything down like you should, and you'll get it, man, and it's one time, and set it and you forget it. And they work great. Let me get a good image of them here. Here, we'll just go there. So this is the key lock here, key lock, not a key lock, that's Rockville. So there's the key lock right there, and what this does is takes your signal and makes everything flat with a lot of crossovers and all pass filters. Your stock head unit, or maybe even your aftermarket, could use a little bit of restoration in your signal. Garbage in, garbage out. And they are just awesome. Oops, sorry. And let me see. Okay, we're getting down to the dark side of the web here. All right, that's good. Key lock, absolutely. The key, the Kiss lock, and just, you know, it's just, I love all their key products just because they are fitting that void of what people want their system to sound like, but they don't want to replace their head unit. And with cars being that they are today, man, you want something that doesn't replace your 12-inch touchscreen, you know, or you're seeing builds in Teslas. You ain't replacing that head unit, buddy. And you want perfect, you know, signal and bass restoration. Key technology is going to lead you in the right direction, man. Thank you, Cornut. Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate that you're here. Got 56 people tuned in tonight. I don't know how many on YouTube, but hey, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys. That's a lot of pro horn drivers. Absolutely, man. You know, I don't know if I want to do more than a pair, you know, just for especially my build. And being in such a small car, you're so close to those tweeters. But it makes sense if you're trying to demo for a crowd outside of your vehicles. Yeah, load them up, man. Load them up. But watch. My favorite first kicker was the ZX464 channel amp. It was underrated just like the one that's exactly what we were talking about, man. It seems like a lot of people loved that amp, that ZX460. I mean, if El Fuego's telling me it's doing double rated, that's probably why, man. And that was the thing back then. There was no amp dynos. You took whatever the company said, and if it said it did 50 watts by 4 and it sounded twice as loud as your 100 by 2 or whatever, you know, something that had more power. But this one's doing more power and it's just underrated. People are going to be like, yo, you got to buy this amp. It's the best. And that was half of the selling market. The other half was competitions, man. There was no clamp. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Absolutely. I want to hear your favorite kicker product ever. Even if someone already talked about it, just throw it down in the comments. I want to see it. I want to hear about it. And I'm trying to read through all these comments so I'm not missing anybody that wants their build. Or their build. Man, I'm so used to that. Once their product thrown up of their kicker stuff. Philip959, what's up, Andy? Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate that you're here today. Again, guys, I'll drop a link. Man, I know some of you guys are new watching here. Appreciate you guys. And make sure you go and enter and get some cool kicker merch. there's a few ways you can get more points to get more entries, but it's always rigged, so it doesn't matter anyway. Appreciate you guys so much, and super chat function's working. I wasn't sure. I'm like, here we go. Maybe they're way down at the bottom, but I'll scroll up because that is the point of super chats, and of course we know it's from the Beardy. Deviant for life. Thank you, man. It's Patreon day for Andy. Weekly public service announcement. Andy's Patreon is $1. He streams and interacts with all of us on his Tuesday and Friday streams. Love you, bro. Love you too, man. Thank you so much for doing everything you do, and thank you for the super chat. And absolutely, dude, it feels like a Patreon day. It's always Patreon day, right? We're getting close, right? Appreciate you, man, and thank you for the super chat. And yeah, man, absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of comments here. I don't want to skip over too many. Blake, bullet tweeters are very small compression drivers designed to fit in cars where there isn't space for a long horn. Absolutely, you know, and people might say they're a little bit too harsh, but hey, when you're trying to get that loud output, especially at the higher frequencies, maybe that's what you need to do. Rare to find F69As. I have 2 short videos on my YouTube channel of them. Right, you know, and it's just, that's the thing. You know, not many people had, per se, photo, you know, like cameras and then transfer that to digital and then put it on the internet. More so that than just still have them today. And not many people hold on to stuff unless you're a collector and you know what you got, man. Favorite kicker product on Tuesdays? Unmasked koozie. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Those koozies come in handy. I have the unmasked one and then the regular one, and a few Team SP Loud ones that no one ever got, and I gave a few away. I love koozies, man. They come in handy for car audio shows because when you're sitting out there beating in the sun, it will make your drink last 2 to 3 times longer. Literally. You need it. You need it. I have 415 Comp C just hanging on the walls decoration. The surrounds are not too good anymore. You know, and that's what happens with the surrounds over time. Being a foam surround and not the newer type of surrounds that they run today that are more of a rubber style. Yeah, they kind of break down. That's how my 112 Comp C is too, and a guy put duct tape on it. I mean, it worked. It works, but no, don't do that. Got a super chat, another super chat from Bubba. $20 super chat. 45 people watching, but only 20 likes. All right, you call him out, Bubba. You tell him. Smash that like. That can't be right. Be sure to hit the like to show your support. Thank you, Bubba. And speaking of Bubba, you know, I didn't want to throw your public out there and with a photo, but Bubba actually got to meet Bill and the guys down at Kicker. He is at SEMA right now. So, Bubba, have a good time, man. I'm telling you, again, just absorb it all in. Try to see everything down there, and or you could just hang out at the Kicker booth all day like I do, man. It's fun either way. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a good time, buddy. I really do. I'll definitely go next year. It was just a lot, you know, with just everything going on, and going down to Kicker and running Team SP Loud and family, and then another SEMA show. Plus, I go to Slamology every year. It's a lot, but I would have loved to go. I will definitely go next year. All right, let me scroll up here. Cool. Base Ventura Clip Department. Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate ya. I like the Canadian flag there. Speaking of Mapletron, the Steelers traded Chase Claypool. I'm very sad today, but we got a second round pick. I think we got the better end of the deal on that one. Double E Electro. Andy, I know it's quiet in Twitch, but let's big it up. I stream in Twitch just because maybe someone will find me over there like you did. I don't know. We'll find out. All right, let me scroll down here. Got a lot of people up in the chat. V13 is here. What's going on, V13? Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate ya. All right. Jeremy B, thank you for tuning in. I'm excited for all the new Kicker products as I am going with a full Kicker build for the first time. Their customer service and products can't be beat, man. You know, I wish more people would be able to just say that kind of stuff, because sometimes there's a lot of negativity in this world, and but at the end of the day, the light will shine through, and it's just awesome to hear kind of stuff like that. And their customer service is bar none, man. It is the best, and it's insane that more people just don't know about it. But hey, that's why we're here talking about it live, right? And more actions are louder than words too. So that's awesome, man. I can't wait to see what kind of build you got going on. Make sure you let me know, man. And I see you got the DC emblem there, so that's meaning something. And hey, appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Got Israel in here. What's going on, Israel? Let me scroll back down. I'm trying to just kind of go over the comments. Oh, I got a super chat. I see it there. It was hiding behind Bubba's there. It was hiding. But I see it. I see it. I see it. Let me get down there. From Mr. V13 himself. Thanks for tuning in, man. Long time no talk, bro. I know it's been a while. I miss your live streams, too. I know life gets in the way and things just go crazy sometimes, and hey, it's life. Can't wait to see more of your content and what you got going on, man. Hope you're doing good. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate you so much. Man. Wade Heasley, Andy, can't wait to hang out with you and the Kicker guys at Slam in 2023. The Bronco is going to be amazing. I know, I seen that. They were saying, you know, if you want to hear this thing, you got to come to Slamology, and I kind of knew that, but I mean, you know, it's playing, it's all together, it's there, and that's going to be the show. It's the show to show it at. I really, other than SEMA and the showdown that Steve Barber's doing, what other place could you take it that would be bigger than Slamology? For the people that are going to buy that kind of equipment, it's worth the wait, man. Can't wait to see you again, too, man. It was awesome to be able to give you a demo of Cookie Monster, and I don't know. We'll see. I might have more than one in build there. We'll see. I don't know. Well, we're going to need a bigger kicker tent now. It depends what comes down the line, and everyone wants to hear Cookie Monster, so it's like that has to come. But then there's like other things that I want to do, and it's like, well, I could bring that too. We'll see, and that's a lot to do. But hey, one step at a time, man. We'll see. Can't wait to see you too, man. Baba says coming Q1. Yes, 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 yes. See, we're gonna have some new people here. It's okay. 1LIT thanks for tuning in, man. L7X is never coming. It is coming Q1, like Bubba said. I know they've been pushing it back, but I can verify that it'll be here in Q1. Now, how it comes and all that other stuff along with that, I cannot just talk about, but it should be here. You know, if they're gonna be debuting it at Slamology, they're not gonna debut it and still not have any kicker products to sell. You know, they're gonna do that at SEMA. That's what SEMA is. SEMA is the place where you show products that just aren't for sale yet. Maybe they are. A lot of times they're just not. And it's products that are ready to come to market, and it never used to be, at least from what maybe at CES I'm getting confused with, but a show where, you know, it's just mainly for the dealers and stuff like that. But I don't know. But either way, I can't wait, man. I really can't wait. All right, let me scroll down. Got someone here. Solo X and Warhorse from Simone, and then he said, you know, your audio, that's what I learned from watching, man. You know what, I'm just learning like a lot of people, but I kind of do this as a living, and I love it. And man, if you have any questions, I am here to help. And if you want, man, jump on YouTube, Living Loud with Andy. See it right there, Living Loud with Andy. And go follow me there, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in on Kicker Club, and that's kind of what we're doing here. But YouTube is the better show to watch it on, just because, one, the chat's awesome. Two, I don't know, algorithms. Ashy, what's going on, man? Thank you for tuning in. Sup, gang? Thank you for tuning in, buddy. Kicker Car, Wave Guides, they are a thing. Thank you for tuning in. Elise Derricks, I'm sorry, I know that's a different way of pronouncing it. I messed up your name. Thank you for tuning in. The L712s, the dual box, man. Now, you talking about the kicker loaded one or just in general? I feel like they work for a lot of setups. I was talking to a friend of mine, well, a new friend of mine, around the area, Jameson, and he was asking, you know, what kind of build he wanted to Lowe's, you know how it goes, and I'm like, well, what did you have before? And he had 315s, but it was like low power sealed box, and he wants to do something smaller. I'm like, run 2 L712s in a sealed box if you want better low end extension, compared to building a custom box where you could get that, but you're building a custom box. And if you want a little bit better low end extension and you might give up some output, I feel like that's kind of what you're going to go with, and it's going to sound good. He already had a sealed box. Why not? 2 L712s on a CX1800, wired at 1 ohm. It's going to bang in his trunk, man, and it's going to get plenty low, for sure. Dub Team, Andy, what's the speaker behind you with the white arm looking things on it? I think that's a kicker clock. I think that's what they call that. Come on, man. Okay, let me scroll up. All right, I caught up for the most part here. Anakin L7X was canceled. You didn't hear? Yeah, let me tell you. It's coming. It's coming. V13, Andy, are you going to Slam 2023? Absolutely, man. I will be there. I will be there. You know, it's just the only year I didn't go, well, 2 years, COVID, and then Kicker didn't go. You know, and it's just like, I just didn't see it financially as a smart decision to just go. You know, everything I do, it has to make sense. You know, I'm not just blowing money and just because I want to do car audio. I can do that in my backyard, but at the same time, it's come to a point where I do this stuff. You know, just who I am now, you know, so it's like, I gotta go. I gotta go. And it's going to be an awesome time, and hey, it's all worth it. It's all worth it. All right, let me scroll down here again. Let me throw up some of these photos here while we're going through here. This right here are the new, I forget what they're exactly called. Maybe I can zoom in here. They're just awesome where they're like loaded horn drivers, and you can actually, I forget what it is. It's like they're serviceable or something like that. And the way that they produce sound is just way better than what they've had before. Of course, this is marine audio. You know, and I seen people, and I myself were asking, hey, maybe I could use this for my car, you know, just the type of driver that it is, because it's just a loud speaker. But knowing that they have the Street Series and, you know, all that kind of stuff, it's like, we'll keep it in the marine side of things. This is their Power Sports line, which is awesome. I need to know more about that. The PX line, I believe. They had the 250.1. Now they got a bunch more up to a 1000, which is just insane. Now this, I don't know if I showed this and talked about this. This is the excess power lithium bank underneath all the Warhorse amplifiers back there. And they got 9 of them. So, and all kinds of, what are they? Sparked Innovation stuff and Steve Mead, you know, fuse holders and all kinds of stuff, man. It's a very, very top-notch build, man. It is just awesome. Make sure you guys go enter the contest before it's too late, guys. You got like 8 minutes left, I think. Let's see. 10 minutes left. Let me go back down. Okay, that's what I wanted to do, and I cannot forget. Oh, Sean Mullen coming in clutch here, huh? Maybe I can throw these up here. Here's a side shot of the Warhorse that Sean was nice enough to share with us here. Got the dual inputs on the side there, or that's a speaker. I think it was on the other side. Okay, so there's the dual input. See, I'm getting all confused. Whenever I seen this when I was down Kicker. It didn't have any decals on it, but I did see it. I didn't even realize that that's the output side, this is the input side. So it still has dual inputs. I wasn't wrong. They're just not on top of each other. And you got your positive, negative, remote in the middle there, it looks like. And then right here is a voltmeter and all kind of like, I don't know if it's a temperature sensor as well. I'm sure clip detection and stuff like that. But this thing is just, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And there's the fans right on the side, right there. And man, this thing's gonna be freaking sweet. Thank you, Marlon, so much, buddy. I appreciate that. I really do. Where was I at? Oh, that's right. And I just scrolled right past it. No, I wanted to go and throw up the Kicker builds that from Kicker Club that I posted, so I could share their photos with you guys. I post a lot of stuff on here. Hold on, give me a second. And the group's lit. If you're not on Kicker Club, you're missing out. Here we go. Screen 2. Right here, I just kind of made a little post. Not too many comments. I posted it at like 4 a.m. So, hey, I will take it. And commenting has been turned off. What do you mean? What did I do? What did I do? What the heck? I want to see the comments. Show me the comments. There we go. We got all comments here. I'll try to make it bigger here for you guys. Alright, looks like this guy right here has the ZK amplifiers, I believe, the ones that El Fuego was talking about. Beautiful, beautiful amplifier. So I guess that's his favorite, like we were all talking about tonight, man. Oh man, this is gonna do this to me, huh? The ZR line, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I've seen these at the museum. I do not have one yet, but I will eventually. They are awesome. Thank you, Joey, for your submission. Wow, this is going to do this to me every time. That's a pain in the butt. Hold on. I got to be doing something wrong. Joey likes the L7. Looks like he's got the L7S's there, too. The KXA 2400.1. Bunch of woofers stacked. A bunch. He's got a bunch of them stacked. Whoop. Yep, this is just, I don't like Facebook right now. Okay, cool. And then there's the snowman. I love the snowman, man. Those things are awesome. I want to get a pair for the quad box build, but again, I want everything to look super clean, like you can't tell anything's even there. Almost through these here. Iwan Gray, I haven't owned much Kicker, but he likes the Kicker Comp. Those are the CVRs, Comp VRs. Awesome subs. And, man, I really like those. You know, it reminds me of the L7, L7Rs. And, I don't know, I never ran those type. I really want to run the CVX just because. And they're awesome. I think there's a couple more here. I wish Facebook wasn't a pain in the butt right now. Okay, we're caught up. Donald Logan with the Solo X. This looks like the old school Solo X. That's definitely the 18, I believe. So, absolutely, man. You know, I almost bought a gray cone by accident. Here's the red cone, black cone. And, man, I love me some Solo X18, man. That is home. That is home. All right, cool. We're caught up on that. Awesome. Thank you guys for submitting your photos. I like to do stuff like that. I kind of did it last minute. That's why there wasn't a lot. But I like doing stuff like that, and then I save them ahead of time. But there was just so many photos to save. I'm like, I need some organization. So I'm not just flipping through photos and hoping for the best that I find the one that I'm looking for. Because there was a lot going on today with Kicker at SEMA and all kinds of stuff, man. Let me scroll through a couple more of these. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this. Living Loud with Kibo, yes. These are awesome. I don't even know what this is called yet, but it looks like it is the shallow mount downfired enclosure, and it's powered. It's got an amplifier built on the side of that. I think that is really going to fit the niche of somebody that just wants to throw a subwoofer and amp underneath the back of their pickup truck seat and call it a day. And they don't have to find somewhere to mount the amp or anything else. And they're going to get a lot of low output too because it's a passive radiator setup. I love these passive radiator setups. I can't stress it enough, and I think they are totally underrated, man. I really, really do. And I just that's very clean. That is so clean. All right, let me scroll up here, see if I missed anything crazy. I just been going nuts with all these photos. It's been insane, really, guys. Make sure you enter for the contest. Dennis the Menace, what is up, Andy? Thank you for tuning in again tonight, man. I appreciate that you're here. It was awesome to do the show tonight. I had a lot of fun, you know, and there's just a lot to go over. A lot. Laurel Lovely, thank you so much for $5 super chat because I'm more fun than Kiba. Got him. Got him. You get him. You get him. You get him, girl. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's why I always scroll up. I don't want to miss any of the super chats, man. You never know. And not that my super chat function isn't working, but sometimes I'm looking over here. I'm not looking at this screen here. So it's plus I don't want to miss your guys' content, man. You know, because there's a lot of side jagging here. I know you guys usually keep it to the Discords, but it happens. Especially when your video gets like 8,000 views in one day and you get, you know, kind of crazy comments left and right. I don't know who's jumping in today, but hey, we're going to have a good time. Hey, it's working. It's working. Glenn McPherson, keep up the great work for Kicker. Absolutely, man. For Kicker doing what they're doing, and thanks. I don't know if that was towards me or them or just whatever, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you tuning in and watching, and I love your build, by the way. It looks beautiful. Thank you so much, buddy. All right, scrolling. Laura better than Kibo. Yep. Traders. Oh man, you guys are nuts. All right, Wade Hensley. I want to do a fourth order in my CRV. You know, I know a lot of people saying they want to do band passes, fourth order, sixth order, whatever. But there needs to be a reason why. At the end of the day, if you have the space for the amount of subs and the output that you're kind of trying to get at, you know, it could be almost better just to run a fourth or a ported box, which is a fourth, but a ported regular box, just because there's less variables and then you don't have to worry about loading walls and all this other kind of fun stuff that come into that, because it's just, you kind of got to get them right. And you're going to need more output. I'm telling you, cabin gain is a real thing. Now, obviously, if you're trying to throw 612s behind your second seat, it might not work in a ported box where you might you should run a fourth order band pass, just so that you have, you know, a small sealed section and a ported section, and it's a wall and it can take up your entire back of your car, behind your C pillar or your B pillar, whatever you're doing. If you're doing a B pillar, then yeah, maybe a wall, it might be more beneficial than a no wall from the B pillar. There's a lot of variables and it all depends what you're trying to do. But I hear people wanting fourth order, and it's just because maybe they just want what some other guy has, and I just want to say, hey, think about what you're doing before you do it, and if that's what you want to do and that's what you want to get, just think about the money, the power, and everything else that you're going to have to do. The fabrication alone, man, that's what really slowed me down, because I'm like, man, I don't want to mess up my roof. I don't want to do this. I love the 18, but I just don't want to build a wall quite yet, you know, just because it's a lot, and you have to get it right. If you don't, there's a lot of guys I see come through the lane, and they meter, and I'm like, okay, sure. Great, now here, pop your trunk. And then they meter, and they're 2 or 3 dBs louder. Cancellation. You got to have that wall right, and all that kind of stuff, man. But it all depends. And I see people also do fourth orders in not a wall. And they're not the most efficient to begin with, and they can be, but it's just not very practical. I just go with the sealed box or a ported box if you can. Now, if you're trying to get some kind of band pass and, you know, all this kind of stuff of playability, I mean, yeah, fourth order can give you a lot more control because it's mechanical tuning rather than crossovers and stuff like that. You know, and it just, there's a lot to the stuff. But Wade, thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate that you're here. We got John K. Oh, dang, I got to catch 14.4 miles. Still sounds like the rapper needs to... Oh, God. Yeah, you guys be rapping back and forth in there. You guys are nuts. Thanks for tuning in, John. Let me scroll down. I'm way behind now. I just wanted to catch up there. Scrolling. Might as well take a sip of my drink, right? I know tonight's show was more of a laid back, just hearing from you guys, but you know, even if I had a full pack show tonight, it would have been hard not to talk about all the Kicker products that are coming to light in 2023. Been very distracting, so it really kind of worked out, man. It really kind of worked out. Joseph says, but fourth orders and tenacity, imported box, and audio terms. Right, exactly. Who made it in with 2 minutes to spare cooking dinner? Thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate it. Make sure you go hit the link. I don't know if it's too late to enter. It might be too late to enter. Is it too late to enter? Ended. It's too late to enter. I mean, shoot. Let me go over a few of the things here and questions, comments, and we'll get this giveaway going, man. Gold letter subs. Nah, they lying to you. They're coming out with gold letter subs. I'm excited for all these products they got coming. Let me see if there's anything else I missed. Okay, these ones are awesome too. I think this is marine. I don't think it's motorcycle stuff, power sports. But awesome speakers that they showed on the Unmasked show. Now, these right here, this is the marine grade, and I forget what this is called too. This is all new stuff to me, man. I am not no professional, even though I may look like it. I'm not. But this is awesome where you can have all different kind of output, like adjustments. Not an equalizer, but just a volume knob, multiple bass knob. I feel like the bass heads could use this too, you know? Especially, I was thinking about using it for if I would if down the road, run some speakers that are outside of my car, you know, because people do that. Trust me, people do that. And to have adjustment on the fly, I feel like this would be something that we could use. Again, there's the, looks like the 10, the 12, and the 15 of the L7X. I know you guys are tired of looking at it. They just want it. Same here, same here. Again, the side shot of the Comp Gold. New 50th anniversary gold letters. Again, that back, that is just awesome. Awesome. I love the design because they really try to keep it retro, man. They really did. Then we got the Warhorse again. The back of the Bronco with the Warhorse with the XS lithium. I don't know if they got any super caps in line with that or it's just all lithium or what they got going on exactly, but I know it's XS power. And yeah, we're back to the old school stuff there, man. It's been awesome. You know, I love all Kicker gear, man. I cannot get enough of it. I'm always searching, trying to buy something on auction all the time. And it's actually over there. I was going to bring it on the show, but I'm like, I got all this other stuff with, you know, even the little baby 7-inch. I like the 7 too. It's cute. Not very big, but it works. And I don't know, man. These things are just awesome. And I feel like, you know, if I'm going to show anything, I'm going to show this stuff. And if you guys missed that video, I doubt you did. Maybe if you did, here you go. Just the money shot. I love it, man. You know, it's just, I know it's just a speaker. It's not a subwoofer, but this is the beginning of something great. I'm telling you. Telling you guys. Telling you. So classic with the gold Kicker logo. Yes, you must have missed it, man. Yes, they are coming back with the gold letter Kickers. Kicker car, I stayed at a hobby at Inn Express. Oh, so you're down in SEMA. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Enjoy your time. All right, let me scroll down. All right, cool. I think I'm caught up for a little bit here. Again, Joseph. I want the 18-inch. They're making 4.5-inch coil from hearing. I hope it is true. I don't know, man. You know, we know that they're making an 18, but coil size has not been discussed yet. And to be honest, I don't even know everything because they change a lot. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Awesome. Anakin, is the new Warhorse 10K like the old Warhorse WX 10,000? Right now, no. Right now, no. They got the WX 3.6, 3600 watt. And who knows what else is coming down the road. There's all kinds of stuff coming for you guys. I'm telling you, this is the iceberg. We are on the Titanic, and we are about to hit the iceberg. And we just need to just hit it and sink, and you'll see the rest. I'm telling you. Just going to take a while to sink, though. 2023. It's a big Titanic. Come on, man. It's going to take a long time. Did you see how long they were playing the violins for? It takes a while to sink. I'm telling you. El Fuego. We got to throw up El Fuego. Andy, Ashy. I'm going to run 3 gold letter 12s and a 4-runner, each powered off an Orion 2150 SX, amp bridge 600 RMS. Should be just fine for you, El Fuego, man. I know you know how to do your stuff. And 600 RMS each. It's going to be great, and they're going to take it all day. V13, we never miss your vids, Ann. Thank you, V13, man. I appreciate you, bud. I don't ever always see everyone's comments here. I try to. I know some people watch without even commenting, and they're still watching. Appreciate you guys. I really, really do. All right, cool. Let's get to the winners here and get this show on the road. I need to get one of those switchboards for the audio because it works on the computer, but it's kind of slow. Does that mean that the L7X18 is 3600 watts? No. It's rated at 2000 RMS. Could it take more? Yeah, for sure. Could you run one Warhorse on the 12, 10, or 15? Yeah, you could. I don't know if I would suggest to run it at 1 ohm. Maybe. But 3600 watts continuous on a 2000 RMS rating is kind of a lot, but if you play within reason, you're never going to have a problem. Never going to have a problem with whatever you have. I would rather have too much power than not enough, but with great power comes great responsibility. We learned that in 2001, so you still have to be careful, but it just makes things sound really good, and if you play right, you'll never have a problem, man. In my opinion, subs just they overheat faster with clip power because the heat is just greater than too much power that's clean within reason. But it's just give and take. It's just how it always goes. Wonder if the car will ever get to the moon. You know, it's slowly there, but if we make it to the end of it, you might get there. I don't know. All right, so there are 41 potential users. So at least 10 to 15 of you guys did not enter, but it's okay. There's always next week. Kicking It with Andy. Kicker Unmasked live. This is gonna glitch. Great. We'll be live Tuesday, and they're gonna be talking about the RMS ratings and I'm sure everything from down at SEMA, and it's gonna be awesome, man. I can't wait to hear everything that they have to say about it. Okay, dokie. Oh, we got some big names in here, familiar faces. I mean, I think they would be, but there's sometimes I don't even know who these people are, and you guys watch. But that's the point, man. That is the point. So let's get through this here. Gotta make sure. Just gotta make sure. So hopefully the computer doesn't start glitching. I hate when it starts glitching. And and riggedy rig. Yep. Are you sure you want to rig? Yes. Okay. Oh, as you see, my computer's screaming at me right now. It's like enough is enough, man. Alright. Okay, hold on. Yep. And paste. Bingo! Bimbo. How'd the guy from Johnny 5 say it? Bimbo. La 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 la. Okay. Yeah, Sadir, it's always rigged. You've been here long enough to know. Been here long enough to know. Ah, this one's a good one. I don't know. I don't know. Are you a robot? No? Not a robot. Okay. Okay. Well, just depends how I name this, right? I mean, yeah, we can do that. Alright, let me get to this. I'm gonna not see you guys' comments for a second there. Gotta type this exactly right, or he's gonna yell at me. Uh-huh. Do we have to do caps? Guess we're doing caps. I mean, if it's in caps, you gotta keep it in caps, right? Alright, that's third. Second place. Washington. Washington, that's literally on the other side of the country. That's awesome, though. Oh, caps are on. Come on, man. Oh, that's not how you spell it. Okay. And first place. Do you accept this rigging? Yes. Ah, okay. Okay. English language is so hard to pronounce some names, but no, it's that's a tough one. That's a tough one. All right. Need to get my music going again here. Boom! We're ready. All right. Let me check the comments. Good. Yeah. Not rigged at all. I could just pick the 3 favorite friends of mine. In more mods. I could definitely do that. Bill might be on my case though. He'll be like, "Hey, what's the deal here, man? What's the deal?" What if I'm married to Megan? You can't enter, Dub. You can't. You're from the Australia Outback, then, mate. You can't. El Fuego, $10 super chat. Fantastic show, Andy, and thanks for letting me know Kicker is going to break the bank for me in 2023. I'm sorry to be a bearer of good news, but yeah, you will be broke, and credit will be high, but you will be loud, and you will be living proud, man. It'll be awesome. Thank you so much, El Fuego. So, without further ado, let's get to these winners here. Man, let me pull this down. Thank you, El Fuego. Thank you so much, guys. So, third place. We all know this guy very well. And you get nothing. No, I'm just kidding. You get the EB400s with the Kicker Kush koozies. Oh, man, that's how tonight's going to go. I got so much information. I just want to go blah, 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 blah. You get the EB400s with a Kicker koozie and the Kicker Unmasked t-shirt swag. Third place goes to none other than Deviant for Life from the 14.4 Talk Discord. Congratulations, man. Now we had to throw him off our tail so he doesn't think it's entirely rigged. So you got to give the guy a couple bones for Pebbles. Get you going, man. Thank you so much for entering and watching. And, you'll like those EB400s, man. I'm telling you. They're nice. They're really, really nice. And I believe they're IPX7 waterproof. Or water resistance. I don't know. If you're running, you're really sweaty, you'll be good. So, second place. Second place for... You get the Kicker Tabor 2s. And the koozies. And the t-shirt. You get it all. Second place goes to... the guy that was commenting a lot tonight... Joseph B. I forgot to say the area from Washington, Booney Lake. Thank you so much for watching, man, and tuning in. Appreciate that you're here, you entered, you won. You're going to love those Tabor 2s. I use them for work almost every day. And they're awesome, and you're going to love the koozie and the t-shirt, man. I'm telling you, they're comfy. They're very, very comfy. Forgot to do the name for all of them. Deviant threw me off. Totally threw me off. Because we can't tell anybody where he lives. No, I'm just kidding. But for real, though, first place that gets the Cush NCs, which I have on my head. They're my favorite headphone ever. And, of course, the koozies and the t-shirt. You know the name. This is the game. First place. It's either Stefan or Steven. Steven Lee, congratulations from Los Angeles. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for playing. It's been awesome, man. You guys rock, and Kicker rocks for making this happen for you guys. Just today has been an awesome day. You know, just of SEMA. I really do wish now that I went, but I know everything happens for a reason. It was awesome, though, getting to hear all the information, be able to give it to you guys. Because if you're there, it's kind of hard being on your phone and making posts and making videos. Everything happens for a reason, man, and more people know, and I'm just happy. Congratulations, says David Monroe. Congrats, Deviant. Absolutely, man. Good job, buddy. See, it's not rigged. We're trying to cover our tracks here. Brian Townsend says the EB400s will survive the washing machine. Ask how I know. Hey, you know what? Dummy proof. I can't stress it enough. Kicker products, dummy proof, within reason. Now, if you're a big dummy, I don't know. A little dummy, you should be all right. Should be all right. Absolutely, guys. Thank you guys so much. All the congratulations posts, man. You guys are awesome. You guys are a freaking team, man. This is awesome. Thank you, guys. Again, Michael, thank you for joining the Patreon. Kibo right before, man. You guys are awesome. I love you guys so much. And that's the show. Shoot. I'll see you guys Friday unless something unforeseen happens. And yeah, man, I don't know. We'll see. I got a lot of things going on with storage unit, you know, life I got to catch up on, but I'm going to try to get you guys content as soon as I can, get this amp dyno going. We'll be rolling. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching the Kickin' It with Andy show, talking about our favorite kicker builds. And maybe we'll do this again. I kind of like this kind of forum, and, well, you know, there's only so many topics to talk about anyway. I'm sure we'll be back eventually. So thank you guys so much again for watching, and congratulations to all the winners. And make sure you catch the Unmasked show this Tuesday, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, on the Kicker Show, the actual YouTube channel, and check it out to see all the new products in depth. I'm sure they're going to cover everything A to Z. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, stay living loud. I'll see you guys on the next one. Kickin' It with Andy is going to be on every other Tuesday. Kickin' It with Andy. Kickin' It with Andy.
Kicking It with Andy.
Roger, we're clear for a headshot, Cornut coming in with the snipe. Congratulations, Deviant, with a 14.4 volt super chat. Seems like. Thank you, Cornut, so much. Appreciate you guys. Looks like Cornut's the caboose tonight. And oh, by the way, let me show you guys a picture of the new Warhorse 10K.